feel like joining in?
Good morning! Good morning!
Well, we are living every family's dream for a Sunday morning, aren't we? Cleaning out some field bins with Dad, eh?
Can you put my...
Is this your favourite thing to do on a Sunday?
Yeah.
All she's
Really?
wanting to do is go in the ute. Anyway, sit down, please.
We are just driving around our farmyard, guys, so don't panic.
People will panic.
People will probably panic. Alright, well, let's just rinse and repeat that process. What do you guys think?
Where's the bath?
Not good, eh? Boring.
Yes, boring.
Ready?
Yeah.
This one's already pumped up.
Yeah, some of them hold air, alright.
Oh, this one's not looking so good.
Alright, thanks guys. We got halfway through them, that's good.
We did good.
Thanks, gang.
Someone's going to get hurt in a minute.
That's okay, again.
So I got a bit of urea in a couple of bins there that I need to move around, and then I'll wash the rest of those bins out. But it starts to get a bit muddy when you keep washing them out in the same spot, so we've made a dent in them. We'll grab the truck maybe one day later this week and we'll come and grab that urea and shift it around. And then we can do the final bin clean. Well, I've been roped into another Sunday job here now. I tell you, I typically don't work Saturdays and Sundays. I try to just keep that time aside for the family, but after being so crook through September and October, I'm a little bit behind on work, and so we did a bit of work this morning, desiccating beans, cleaning out some bins. Then I've edited a video for YouTube, and now I've got to go help Dad load some hay. The local Apex Club has some lucerne hay, also a block of lucerne that they have under pivots irrigation, and they bale hay off that and sell it. He's bought some hay off them. We're going to go in there and just load up a few rounds. He's going to drop the loader in there, so I'll go in there with him and do that. And then maybe, yeah, we'll call it a day for Sunday after that. Yeah, I don't think there's a huge amount of hay in there to collect, so just going to run in with the ute and trailer. Dad will just do a few loads, leave the loader in there like I said, and just sort of get it at his own leisure. So basically they use reclaimed water here through these pivots. They water this lucerne block here and then they cut it for hay.
Campus or TAFE 1026. Enjoying the warmer weather, mate.
Alright, good morning everyone. Just got to run up this morning, just got a small paddock with a heap of star thistles that we want to spray stop them going to seed. So we'll go up and do that. Pretty quick, easy job to start the day. It's like a Monday morning traffic jam up here. Dad's just grabbed his last 4 bales here, so we'll run this loader back home and this job's done then. Putting the old girl to work. Still got the odd job for her. Now I did have the camera turned off for a couple of hours before we went and picked up that hay. Just been out with the agronomist, we were having a look at the canola. The family's headed off to Adelaide for a couple of days, so I saw them off, and I had to get a new fan organised for this here Triton. So this thing here is almost cracked all the way through there. You can see it, it's like that all the way around. So she's close to flying apart. But I did get one organised, so that's on the way in now. I'm still going to get this ute back together now and just get it out of here so it's at least mobile. It doesn't do much work, this thing. It's likely to just sit around anyway for the next few weeks. So, and that's easy to change, that fan. It's just you can pull the top section of the shroud off and get that out. So we'll get it mobile. But as I said, we did go and have a look at the canola. We're just deciding what to do there. Everything's just like really staggered? Everything's really staggered this year. Anything that found enough moisture during the growing season is a lot further along than anything that really struggled. And then we had that 45 millimetres a couple of weeks ago, and so some of it's still trying to fill out and finish off. Some of it's trying to flower again. And so, you know, what do? Do you just leave it and let it try and come in naturally, or do we go out and, you know, bring it in ourselves? So that's the decision to make, but it all costs money. And yeah, I think we're still probably a week away anyway from being able to do some of it, which is annoying. So it's no problem with that variety of canola because it's got pod guard, so the pods don't tend to shatter and break open like some varieties do if they're sitting around ripe for a while. But anyway, we'll see what happens. We're going to get this Triton back together now. Now I thought I was going to have to go for a drive to Crystal Brook today to get some parts for the header, but Luke's heading over to get a moisture sample done on some barley of his, so maybe harvest is a bit closer than I was thinking. But I don't have to go over and do that now, and we should have the last of our parts tomorrow to get completely finished off with the header. We'll get the header finished and then we'll get the draper on and have a quick go over that as well. But I did get that new water pump on there last Friday, so that's all on there. We've just got to throw it all back together now. Well, I was a little bit worried because this thing got overheated that I might have cracked the head or blown a head gasket, but running it there, I can't see any bubbles or anything coming back through the cooling system. So alloy head, cast iron block, yeah, could well happen when you get hot, but looks good. So we'll take this thing for a spin and give it the final seal of approval until we get our fan. Right, that ute's done, so I think we better move on with the next job, and that's getting these augers sorted out. I need to give them a service, and one's got an oil leak, so we'll bring them in, get a start on them. Not much to do to this 50 footer, but it does have a starter issue, so I don't know, we'll see how it goes. It wants to start or not. I think it's a problem with the starter motor, but it should just really be an oil change and a grease, and we'll get it out of here. You don't want to go. Yeah, I think we better order a new starter motor for that thing, because that's just going to give us grief, isn't it? So have a look at this, right? I've just done the engine oil filter and the engine oil. I pumped some oil into it, and then I went to go start it up. And have a look at this. This is ridiculous. What has happened here? It's like the fan got caught on the shroud and just minced itself. I cranked it and made a horrendous bang, and I turned it off straight away. And have a look at that. I can't even believe what has happened there. I mean, I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't leave anything there. There's nothing to leave there. How can you leave something there? Like, it just went clunk, bang, and just minced itself. I don't know, guys. This is just my life, I swear. Honestly, this stuff just happens. I think because the engine had barely started when it made that noise, that it hasn't damaged the radiator, which would be nice, but still, why did it do that? I mean, I didn't even have any tools there. I had nothing. All I did was spin the filter on and off by hand. Oil caps on, that's tight. Like, I don't know. That is just super bizarre. I'm gonna have to pull that fan shroud off and pull the fan off. That's really my only option at the moment. I am so bamboozled by what's happened there. So bamboozled. All I can say is I'll be very grateful if the radiator doesn't have a hole in it. That will make me very pleased, which I don't think it does. I don't know how we've managed that. So I'm not too sure. I'm just guessing that that fan blade looks like it's possibly been rubbing on that shroud for quite some time, and the other ones look the same as well. So I don't know whether it was just the vibration of the engine or what, and it managed to get hooked up around the wrong side of the shroud, but I am just bamboozled as to what's happened there. I mean, this has had hundreds of starts since we've had it, pumped thousands of tons of grain, and yeah, it just decided to do that then. That is fascinating. Well, the chain is looking good up there. Everything else is looking alright. We're just going to need a new fan and a starter motor repair, or a new starter motor. So we'll kick this thing to the curb, get it out of here. I'll just check some tyre pressures quickly, but yeah, we're going to need a few bits and bobs for this one. Unbloody believable. It is the monotonous side of farming, just maintaining things. Now this one here is going to be needing an oil seal put in it. I'm pretty sure it's the front seal is the one that's leaking. I did the side one last year or the year before. Yeah, I reckon that front seal's leaking. I'm pretty sure I've got one here, because I reckon when I ordered them, when I ordered that other seal, I ordered a couple of extras. I'll go have a look. I reckon that's it there. We'll get some oil changed and grease in it and all the basic stuff first, and then we'll think about this afterwards. But yeah, if I don't get to that seal tonight, it'll have to be Wednesday maybe, because Luke will be around tomorrow and we'll be working on the header again. So anyway, we can only do what we can do. What did I say? If it's not one thing, it's another. Wanted to nip my belt up here for my hydraulic drive on the auger, and that bolt there snapped off when I tried to undo it. So she's gonna need a new bolt. Just a quick service on the augers. Well, good morning everybody. I assume the battery on the GoPro went flat yesterday when or around the time I was greasing that auger. I went up to the house and grabbed the battery off the charger. I turned the camera on and it said it had 97% charge, and then the camera turned off and I couldn't get it to turn back on. So I assume I've been having a bit of trouble with the charger basically for that GoPro. So I'm assuming the batteries didn't charge properly, and then the other two were flat. So I just gave up. I went and mixed up some food for the yard birds and called it a day, but anyway, I was about to call it a video anyway. But while I'm walking past, we'll check the coolant on this thing and make sure it's all good, and then we can close the bonnet on this. Oh yeah, she sucked a bit in. I'll make a mess while I do it, so I have to wash it off again. So I got done about as much as I could yesterday with this auger. The only thing I got left on here to do is the oil leak. I had to get up and tighten the chain up the end there. That was very loose, so I did that, and then I got that broken bolt replaced, which was an absolute pain in the neck. Of course, it couldn't be this bolt here that broke with this elongated bit here that's, you know, open, not covered by anything. It had to be this bolt here that bolts up directly beneath the pump. It's not cut out here, so you can't just slide it out. You know, you've got the pulley on the front, you've got these bolts going through here. It's just a pain in the neck. So anyway, that's sorted, belts adjusted, all good. But yeah, I don't know, yesterday was a strange day. Between the GoPro and the fan, and I don't know, it was just a weird day. Some people wheel their wheelie bins to the edge of the road. Others use their John Deere 6510 loader. Just cleaning up a bit of my mess from yesterday morning, guys, but I'm going to leave this video here. I've had this GoPro turn itself off again already a couple of times, and the battery says that it's bloody 95% charged. You see? It did it again. So I've obviously got a charger problem or something like that. I've got the power plug straight into the camera now, and it seems to be running. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. We really do appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, you know what to do. If not, all good. You guys have yourselves a good one. Till next time, see ya. Bloody technical difficulties, eh?